Okay, turn 23. Been a few days, had quite a lot on, and 7 Years War's just been released as well, so that's going to take my time up at the weekend. Don't worry, I'll still do this. And getting into Command and Colours, as I said, and downloaded Tabletop Simulator. Just a lot going on. But let's get back to this and then have a look at what's actually happening then. So, the main bit of action around Charleroi. He's pushed across. He's taken La Nouvelle and he's pushed across. Now, we're going to try and get these guys out of here as best as possible. Bloody disordered troops. Can't do anything with them, really. Skirmishers will have to get back. Cavalry, he's pressed on with his cavalry. I was thinking as well, I might need to send some scouts out here, because I've got no idea what's happening there between us and what looks to be the British up in that corner. His cavalry there, continue to push mine back. He's taken those guns, he's routed them. Not looking so good. And he's pushing on Kulbar, so that he is going to split First Corps. And he does have some troops up there. Where is Zeaton? He was around here somewhere. It's been a few days trying to remember now. View. There he is. He's on the road, so he's been organising that defence. I thought he was. Must have been a few turns ago that I had him with some troops down there. Up towards Fleurus then, with First Corps, they're going to get on the march. Yeah, looks all clear up there. That's good. They can continue up that road to Melee up here. Third Corps, they're nicely spread out on the march. Bloody hell, look at how much of the map they're taking. If you look at the jump map, there's Third Corps there. Not quite time to get Second Corps or Blucher on the march. And then we've got Second Corps, the remnants of Second Corps up here. Again, very widely spread out on the march. Look at them all the way up here. But we'll get them down. The leading elements are almost at Marbet as it is. A couple of turns and they'll be there. Right, be quite quick turn. There won't be much combat. Need to sort out Charleroi a little bit. Let's just have a look. What can we do? What's the ground that we've got? Pushing a lot of cavalry there. Lancers as well. Hussars. Dragoons. Oh no, they are Lancers, yeah. So yeah, we don't have much chance against cavalry like that. Be a shame to throw away my cavalry so early. But I'm not going to, if I can help it. Open ground, get them out of the way. Alright, let me get back to you in a few then. What I didn't do is have a look at the courier system, and who knows what. We're turn 23, so we do have some messages that have come in. What we got here? So Bruiser with his parts of Second Corps, so Blucher knows that he is heading towards Ligny. So we're going to have to send a message to him to say that don't head to Ligny, go towards Marbet. And then next one then is from Zeaton, which is good, to Blucher. French have taken Charleroi in force from the south and southwest. Observed to be in core strength. My corps is strung out between Fleurus and Charleroi, retreating northeast to Fleurus to regroup. I shall monitor movement with reserve cavalry. Bridges that in French run, the east bridge at Charleroi are destroyed. West bridge was severely damaged. So, where's my last one to Wellington, first of all? Plans changed. Okay, so we can send one to Wellington, that's for sure, just to let him know. And where? Oh no, it's here. First Corps. So I will send another one just to let him know the French are through in force, and that they have blown the bridges, because we know that now. However, Zeaton would have got that message. Getting hard to keep track of them now. Zeaton did get that to immediately withdraw your corps towards Melee. So that's been superseded. Sorry, that message superseded the fact that he was heading towards Ligny. So, movement phase, let's say. Usual fare, that's where second corps reached. Next turn, that leading Landwehr cavalry will be in Marbais itself. Third corps have got onto the Saint-Bref road, or to Quatre Bras, so they maybe 6-7 turns, leading elements will be in Gembloux. And we started, the rest of them, they are really strung out. And first corps, trying to get them out as much as possible through Fleurus, starting to bring elements off. Now, things like this, we said we got to leave a space in the order of march on the roads. Now, that is fine, but we did make an exception for supply wagons. And because the Prussians have a lot of detached skirmisher units, which are sort of maximum 175-ish. I don't think there's any much more than that. Let's just have a look. 175, 75. That's enough men. So I can, not double stack, but I can not have a hex between them. So that's okay. Maybe I through the woods. My cavalry down here, I've sent them off down, remember, to this road just to sort of have an overwatch. What can we see? Not a huge amount. I have to bring them over here somewhere just so they can, so we get advance warning of any French movement up this road, because then that will cut that corps in two and cut off the last elements of second corps, which are under the Bruiser. These are these guys coming in through Freudmont. I had to get Zeton away just because I thought, oh, he was here. He'd be threatened by that cavalry. So I got him out of the way, got these guns out of the way as much as possible. I don't have much to actually stop this cavalry, and there is a lot of it. It keeps coming up, and a lot of dragoons there. Crikey. So even if I put square, I've got, Fusiliers, which are under strength. Some D quality Bergische line troops, again not very good, and some pioneers. So yeah, I had to get, and I want to get these guns away if I can. Oh, I've still got movement on them. Same with artillery. We can sort of, we don't have to have that space between them. So Zeton had to get out of there, just to save himself basically. Gilly. I was planning to bring these light troops down, these Fusiliers and these line troops just to protect it, but there's no point now. I'll be throwing them away for nothing. Got to get my guns out as best I can. And again, these bloody disorganised units, they're going to have to stand and make it. It's annoying that we took out the surrender rule, particularly for these guys down in Châtelet. This is the only combat resolution I can do this turn. We might as well. One man for the sake of it. The old surrender rule we had was I could surrender these troops. These 306 would be taken into consideration, and I would have to retreat them to a hex of my opponent's choosing. That way, and without causing any disorder or anything like that, and then forget about them. They're surrendered. If it was a campaign game, because they'd come back automatically under the hood, then it was considered as a prisoner exchange and stuff like that. But this one, because we don't have that surrender rule now, I've got to try and either get them out of the way, the disordered, or what can I do? Try and get them back to my lines as best as possible, but it's just going to be a nightmare. And that means I'm going to permanently have my back to them. That means they're going to rout and disorder. Sometimes it's almost better that they rout, because then they pop up in random places and it's a little bit easier sometimes. Same sort of thing around Gilly as well. These West Prussians, decent. Well, for me, they're decent troops. You know, quality B. I don't have great troops, and they're some of my better ones that I have. And it is what it is. There we go. I would ideally try and surrender them. Around La Neuveville, couldn't really do much at all. No effect yet. It's a case of trying to get out what I can of First Corps up this road, and they started to get on the road into an order of march now. Cavalry, I doubt they can see anything. I don't think they can. Not quite. No, we're not covering there. We're in good order, and you know we haven't lost cavalry, so that's the only sort of saving grace is we are in good order. We've got Lancers and Hussars, Dragoons. That's the only sort of thing that's going with us, for us. But if they follow me all the way up, without having to rely on the Anglo allies, because they don't know yet, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare. So we're going to try and basically save as much of First Corps as I can. I think I'll sort of resign myself to the fact that they are going to get hit hard. Zeaton has to get out of the way. He is up there. Probably go to Gossiel or somewhere like that and just wait it out and then join them as they come up north. It seems quite a long way melee from here. Especially with the French in pursuit, and somewhere down here is a lot of French, either up this road towards Châtelet, or I think more likely on this road down here. But we will see, we will see. Okay, let me get those messages typed up then, and then we'll end the turn. Message 23 then, from Blucher to Browser, and he is, I'll show you where he is on the road, just north of Freumont. He's here, there he is, and Blucher is all the way in Ligny. We told him, received your last message that you're on the field going to Fleurus, or Ligny. Make with all haste, using the best possible route to the village of Barbet to join with the rest of 2nd Corps. Be aware that the French have crossed in force at Châtelet and Charleroi, and advise to consider a northerly route march. So with that, my intention is that when he receives it, he will know the French are down here somewhere, so instead of actually going towards Ligny, he can skip up to the north somewhere, out of the way, and then join up in Marbet. That's the intention. So what we need now is a delay roll. 6, that's not too bad. So that's going to take 4 turns, so that's not too bad. The important one then is Blucher up to Wellington. So I confirm that the French are in force and heading north at Charleroi. Zeaton's First Corps report the French likely to be in at least corps strength, so he knows how much there is, at least. The bridge at Châtelet has been blown. The eastern bridge in Charleroi also blown and the west one damaged. The bridge at Saint-François was not touched. Leading elements of 2nd Corps expected to arrive at Marbet this afternoon, and 3rd Corps to arrive there this evening. Now, you might think, well, how does he know? Well, they have ADCs and staff officers that will be working that out, and they'll sort of know where they are. And it's a best guess. I was thinking maybe to put, 1800 or be exact, but if I say there, then that sort of approximate time, early afternoon, late afternoon, put it into big chunks like that rather than be specific. Now, because this is Wellington and he's not on the map, it's got that 3 delay rolls, so we're going to have 5. And 3 is 8, and another 8 is 16. That's not too bad, a bit kinder than last time. Still going to arrive on turn 40, though, another 17 turns. Well, there we go. So, that is the end of turn 23. Again, thank you for watching. I do suggest to, if you like Black Powder and John Tiller, to have a look, and I will do on the start of the next video, the 7 Years' War. It's been out for a while. It plays a lot differently according to Rich Hamilton. I'm looking forward to it this weekend to give it a proper try. But it was always in 2D. Now they've given it a 3D update, not with the new 3D maps, and we'll warn you, it's sort of this 3D, the traditional 3D elements. But do purchase that if you have not purchased that already. And yeah, a little project I'm doing for this, I've got so many little projects on, is as I'm reading more and more about the Prussians, all my books have come now, I'm going to start doing regimental histories with these units that are from Waterloo. Not a lot of people know about the Prussians, or certainly not as much as they do about the Prussians as they do about the French and the British, so just a quick rundown, breakdown of each regiment, where they were formed, when from the scrap, if you like, the scrap heap after 1806, 1808, the new reformations in 1812, and then see where we're at and who we've got, just to put a bit of, I was going to say meaning, I suppose, to a certain extent. But Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next turn. Waterloo, turn 24 then. Let's see where we're at. Straight down to the south, and yeah, we got... it's not too bad, actually. He's not really bringing everything up as I may have suspected he would. Didn't watch the turn back again. He has here in the southwest of Gilly some line troops, so they've sorted themselves out just as I'm trying to get away from them. So we'll have to see there. Kuba, he's taken. A lot of those cavalry, bloody dragoons causing chaos here. Is it worth running for the hills and getting into those woods? Possibly. Possibly not. Going to try and have to get those guns away as much as possible. Zeaton's up there. Anything else? Nothing, anything major. So it's going to be a pretty quick turn, I would have thought. Movement, get for second corps down to Marbay. They're almost there as it is. They're all strung out on the march. Crikey, yep. Get my supply wagons up. Third corps continue their march up towards Quatre Bras on this road, up towards Marbay as well. I think... Let me think now. First corps, second corps should I say, they'll probably take this ground up here, and third corps will take sort of Marbay itself and this ground here. With some outline units in Brie and Bagnally and Saint Amand, possibly down that far. We will see. So, be business as usual pretty much. Get my cavalry out the way, get who I can away from first corps going north. Have to have a think about what I want to do here. Put some squares out. Not a lot I can do there. That would just disrupt them. I think I will run for the hills with some of them and maybe sacrifice some pioneers and some cavalry. Pretty rubbish cavalry. But I've got to delay those dragoons basically. I'm not going to be able to fend them off, but I might be able to delay them. So I'll get this turned on and get back to you at the end. I did have a look at the courier system. There is nothing arriving on this turn. What I was thinking is I might ask my opponent who he has in Geminicorps. I haven't looked there. I think quarter man, that's realistic to send them a message just with my intention, what I'm actually planning to do, that I'm coming up to Marbay with 2 corps, because that might have an influence on what he decides to do around Geminicorps. We'll see. What do you guys think? Is that realistic on a corps level? I mean, he's very strict when we're talking about courier system, and we talked about march to the sound of the guns and things like that, and he said no, Wellington would never allow anybody to disregard his orders and sort of act on their own initiative, which is fairly true, I suppose, to a certain extent. But it's just information rather than orders, if you like, or anything like that. So we'll see. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. So, what happened there? Second corps carried on towards Marbay. They've actually reached Marbay now. Leading elements, the Landwehr cavalry, they're actually down in, where are we? All that way. Down in Marbay. So they're going to go up onto that road, and as I said, swing around, use that forest as our sort of flank and hinge on that flank. And then third corps will take this ground towards Bagnally, this sort of high ground overlooking this road here. And third corps, that's where they got to. They got to Sombref, and they are properly on their march. Okay, so these last elements of second corps, what I'm planning to do, because they now have information that the French are there from Blucher and they have to go to Marbay, they're going to cut across, go cross country. And I think the best way for them to do it is up Saint Martin and then across, or maybe up towards Bothy and then Pointe de Jour and then across, because if they carry on going down here, follow third corps, there's the chance that the tail end of third corps will get caught by some French that might be out here. Put my scouts out to the south of the woods here. I can't see anything, but I'm going to bring them around towards Tergnes over here, is it? Yeah. Bring them over here just to have a look at anything that might be there. Quite pleased that there wasn't. I was expecting when I come out of the woods to bump into some French, but I'm quite pleased there isn't. Might have to have a look over here as well to overlay. overlay. Lancer Scouts, they went out towards Lambusar. It's getting very spread out here. Around here, so we'll keep an eye out on these entry points or routes through the forest as well. First Corps, they're carrying on with their march as much as possible. So they're going to get out in fairly good order up towards Melee, whatever you want to say. We got some cavalry on that wood road. I took a risk with my infantry regiment, and they just about got over the bridge into the woods, so they're safe. What I've had to do though is sacrifice my pioneers. They're going to go, and these troops here. C quality Fusiliers. There's only 35% of them. I can't attack with them at 35%, but I can defend with them. And like I say, I want to try and get these guns away as quickly as possible. And just up the road was Telemann himself. So he's going to set out in Lume and await the First Corps elements that are coming out there. They're absolutely destroyed, look. Similar story here in Gilly. Not much I can do with these guys, so all I can do is attack, but I can't. There's no leader, so as tempting as it would be to have a melee with those guns and potentially capture them, I can't do it just because it's against the game rules, and we can't do it. So I will fire on those line troops there. That's about all I can do. Brought my skirmishers into this little hamlet here just to delay them a little bit more. And bringing everybody back slowly but surely. Same with my cavalry. Slowly but surely, just bringing everyone back. These guys, I don't think they're going to get away. What I might do is just bring them there. That's about all I can do. Opportunity fire. That's about all I could do. Like I say, they're disordered. They can't get away. They're absolutely wrecked. 20%. They'll probably go next turn. I'm surprised they haven't routed, to be honest. These 18 chaps, I'm determined to get them back to my lines. It'll be a nice adventure. The trouble is I'm probably going to have to swing out. I wouldn't say they would manage to get back, but we'll see. Same with these Brandenburg troops here. There's no French there anymore. I know that bridge does look like it's been repaired, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to just wait until they sort themselves out, get them into column, and try my best to go the long way round, get back up to my lines, join some friendly forces where they can. That's the plan. That's the plan. I suppose at some point, 4:15. When is darkness? When is darkness? Twilight. Oh, not till 2015. Oh, crikey. Well, I suppose it is in June. So summer, European summer is going to get dark quite late on. I'm planning to do some regimental histories. I think I'll briefly describe it. I'm just reading through them, making sure that I know what I'm talking about. Probably on the next video, just to bulk it out a little bit. Thanks very much for the comments with the diary and stuff like that. I think I'll do that again after turn 29, so every 10 turns or so. Might not do the map with the units. I might do the large scale one, but not the small one. I think that was just overkill, and it takes ages to do. Be sure to start watching the new series I'm doing. I'm playing Leipzig, campaign Leipzig. I'm playing the Dennewitz Battle of Dennewitz against the original Grognard. So please be on the lookout for that one. That should get uploaded sometime today as well. Also started a Battle of Paris. I've got a 7 Years War one going on. I've got loads. I've got a Battle of Leipzig going on as well. What else have I got? A Bautzen campaign, and our chap wants a 7 Years War battle as well. So I had to turn down an offer of another Leipzig full battle as well. Just it was too much. It's far too much. So as long as people don't mind slower turn rates, just because I have to give priority to certain people, it's not favouritism or anything like that. Well, I suppose it is. They are my favourites to play with, but. If you don't mind slow turn rates, then I don't mind if it's a decent battle that has a bit of interest to it. Right, I'll send this off to them. I've checked everybody I can check, and I'll catch you in a bit.